So the Tenant Fees Act comes into effect on the 1st of June this year, and in effect it will prohibit letting agents and landlords in the private rented sector from charging tenants fees relating to preparation or granting of any new assured short-hold tenancy. Landlords and letting agents will no longer be able to charge tenants for preparing tenancy agreements, for instance, for referencing, which is typically, obviously, things that landlords and letting agents would do prior to granting a tenancy agreement. One of the other elements that is perhaps not widely known within the Tenant Fee Act is the introduction of a cap on the amount of the deposit that a landlord or letting agent can charge by way of a damage deposit, and that will be capped now at 5 weeks of rent, whereas typically before, landlords or letting agents may have taken a deposit of 2 months. They no longer will be able to do that, and also where perhaps pets have been allowed previously, a higher deposit may have been taken, but again, this will no longer apply. On the back of the Tenant Fees Act, a lot of people are now looking at alternatives for the deposit, and such schemes as zero deposit guarantees have come into effect and are widely available now in the marketplace, and typically charge approximately 1 week's worth of the rent, and will act as a form of warranty or guarantee or insurance that the tenants will pay, as opposed to the 5 weeks worth of rent that would typically be applied for the deposit. Obviously, with the zero deposit guarantee, there is a smaller amount required from the tenant at the commencement of the tenancy, which will enable them perhaps to move between properties quicker without having to wait for substantial deposits to be released. From the landlord's perspective, it perhaps will enable them to appeal to a broader market and also reduce perhaps void periods.